made me check in. He could have been like, yo, listen, you in LA now? I'm going to need this much money from Vlad TV every month.
New York niggas don't know nothing about checking.
Change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So
I think I can take them.
Right.
You want to fight that you think you can be.
So 50 Cent was expected to check in with Houston's street boss, Jay Prince. But instead, he laughed and blew right past the rules. Now Tony Yayo's dropped a bomb, exposing the entire check-in game as nothing more than a glorified extortion hustle. And trust me, this feud isn't just heating up. It's about to explode.
We free Dirk. We don't want to see rappers in jail and the feds jammed up. We don't want to see rappers dead because niggas made it.
Here's where it all blew up. Jay Prince, Houston's so-called street king and mastermind behind Rap-A-Lot Records, allegedly tried to pull the old-school check-in move on 50 Cent. In Houston, this isn't just a polite formality. It's an unspoken rule. You show respect, you get connected, and more often than not, you pay up if you want to move around without problems. But 50 wasn't having any of it. No handshakes, no backroom deals, no paying for protection. He flat out refused to play by Jay Prince's rules. And the way he did it wasn't subtle either. He laughed, walked straight past the so-called tradition, and made it crystal clear that he bows to no one.
Cause this is you work for the public. You know what I'm saying? You give information every day.
By doing that, he didn't just break protocol, he threw down a challenge on Jay Prince's own turf. It wasn't just defiance, it was a statement. He basically told Houston's most feared power broker, I don't answer to you. And in that single moment, quiet tension turned into an open power war. Just when things were already tense, Tony Yayo, 50's right-hand man and the loudest voice in G-Unit, decided to set the situation on fire. In a Vlad TV interview, Yayo didn't just talk, he detonated. He called the entire check-in system exactly what everyone whispers behind closed doors, a glorified extortion hustle.
And, niggas ain't never check in to nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas just go to their hotel and move militant. You know what I'm saying? When you move around the city, bro, you gotta be careful. And that's just, we dealing with G-Unit. Niggas had a lot of drama.
According to Yayo, it's a setup disguised as respect. Rappers pull up, check in with the so-called power players, and suddenly, that respect comes with a price tag. You pay up, or you risk getting lined up, robbed, or worse. And he made one thing very clear. G-Unit never played that game. They move militant, roll with their own security, and owe no one favors. And then he dropped the real bomb. Leaning on these street alliances doesn't just bring drama, it attracts the feds. Yayo warned that the entire check-in culture is basically Ryko bait waiting to happen. With that one interview, Yayo didn't just defend 50, he exposed the entire system, putting Jay Prince and his empire directly in the crosshairs. Let's be real, this whole check-in culture isn't about respect, it's about control. On the surface, it looks harmless. An artist connects with local OGs, everyone smiles, and the visit goes smoothly. But behind the handshakes, there's always a price tag.
Niggas ain't just going to the mall and just going here with jewelry on and this and that, and you gotta move militant, bro.
In cities like Houston, checking in with power brokers like Jay Prince has become an unspoken rule. You show respect, but what that really means is paying up, whether in cash, favors, or brand leverage. Skip the ritual and suddenly, you're moving through the city without a safety net. Chains go missing, random robberies happen, and the streets send a message loud and clear. Play by the rules or pay the price?
You know the feds coming. Now it look like, with that indictment with them, it look like more of a New York thing. Because in New York, the feds come fast. You know they don't play, bro.
And here's where G-Unit flipped the script. They don't play that game. They move militant, handle their own protection, and never put themselves in a position to owe anyone anything. That's exactly why this clash with Jay Prince has blown up. 50 refusing to bow has cracked open an underground system the industry's stayed silent about for years. When 50 Cent relocated to Houston, it wasn't random, it was strategic. New York's heavy taxes were bleeding his businesses dry, and Houston offered lower taxes, bigger opportunities, and a booming entertainment scene. His Branson Cognac and Sire Spirits brands needed a southern stronghold, and Houston's nightlife made it the perfect market.
City of Houston, but he didn't just can't come here to live.
But here's where it got messy. He didn't check in. No calls, no permission, no gatekeepers. To Jay Prince, that wasn't just a snub. It was a direct challenge on his home turf. From that moment, quiet tension turned into an open clash of power. Rumors started flying that Jay Prince wasn't happy about 50 ignoring Houston's check-in rule. Word on the street was that he sent people to apply pressure and even hinted at a no-fly zone over the city, basically saying 50 wasn't welcome without his blessing.
We need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So,
but instead of backing down, he turned the whole thing into a spectacle. Memes, captions, trolling. The G-Unit boss clowned the entire mob politics game in front of millions, daring Jay Prince to respond. What could have been a quiet power play was now an open citywide showdown. At the height of the tension, plans dropped for a $20 million G-Unit film and TV studio in Houston. It wasn't just business, it was a power statement. A New York mogul planting his flag in Jay Prince's backyard. Then came the twist. The entire project moved to Shreveport, Louisiana. Publicly, it was about better infrastructure, but insiders knew the truth. Houston's street politics were getting too messy. Rather than play by anyone's rules, the mogul pulled out and took his investment elsewhere.
He never made me check in. He could have been like, yo, listen, you in LA now? I'm going to need this much money from Vlad TV every month.
New York niggas don't know nothing about checking.
That's his playbook. He doesn't compromise, he recalibrates. Every move sends the same message louder than words. Nobody dictates his empire but him. While the streets buzzed with tension, the city's leadership sent a very different message. In 2022, Mayor Sylvester Turner handed over the key to the city and officially declared November 24th as 50 Cent Day.
So much money right now, so why throw it out the window?
And it wasn't just symbolic. Through the G-Unity Foundation, he poured resources directly into Houston's communities, from toy drives and scholarships to school donations and youth programs. In 2023, over $850,000 worth of toys went to local families. By 2024, he helped raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity, pushing the total haul to a staggering $6 million. Add partnerships with the Rockets, Texans, and Astros, and it became crystal clear. While some tried to gatekeep the city, Houston itself rolled out the red carpet. And guys, if you're loving this breakdown, hit like and smash subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.
That's why I said on No Jumper, that was the perfect example when he asked a young kid about a shootout, and the kid just looked at him like he was crazy.
Right.
This feud isn't happening in a vacuum. The check-in culture has already been linked to some of the most shocking incidents in recent hip-hop. NBA YoungBoy was robbed after refusing to check in. Chains gone, cash missing, cars stripped. Then came the twist. Jay Prince posted a video claiming he recovered the stolen items. But instead of gratitude, YoungBoy blasted him, calling it clout chasing and accusing him of turning private business into a public flex.
Especially if you an artist, like rappers die more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta move militant, bro. You don't need to just be out there. That's why assistants are there. Go to the store for you. Go pick up food for you. That's how I.
Then there's the Takeoff tragedy. The beloved Magos rapper was killed after a dice game spiraled out of control in Houston. Street whispers tied the chaos to unsettled check-in expectations, though Jay Prince denied any involvement and defended his family's record of protecting guests. Still, the incident left a dark cloud over Houston's hip-hop scene. And finally, Duke the Jeweler's murder. After winning $100,000 at a Houston dice game, he was ambushed, robbed, and killed before he even made it to his car. For many in the industry, this became a wake-up call, proof that playing the wrong game with the wrong people can turn deadly fast.
You know what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a nigga who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you see a nigga and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll fuck with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
Jay Prince built his empire on street authority and silent power. But a new force is rising, a mogul backed by business deals, city leadership, and community influence. While Prince moves in the shadows, the G-Unit boss is front and center, holding the key to the city and locking down partnerships that scream dominance. Behind the scenes, insiders claim he's gathering receipts and building a case that could expose the check-in culture as organized extortion. If the feds step in, one leaked call could flip Houston's power structure overnight. So what do you think? Is 50 Cent rewriting the rules, or is Jay Prince still the silent king of Houston? Drop your thoughts below.